One shot. Let's just ignore the last chapter. Mainly because everyone wants a sequel. If I get to 200k views, I'll put it as a choice for a part 2. Anyway, enjoy your 1 out of dozen crappy one-shots. Today was Ochako Uraraka's birthday. On any other day of her life she would be with her parents spending the day together, but now that she is a hero in training she would be spending it at her school. Her parents couldn't visit because they found some work, but they promised to send a gift. That didn't mean it was a bad thing. All her friends gave her gifts, which she was very happy. And now she would be getting the best gift that she specifically asked for. Izuku, her boyfriend, to spend the rest of the day with her in her room. And he was more than happy to oblige. I brought some hot chocolate for YS Ochako. Izuku came into the room with 2 mugs. Ochako placed her Nintendo Switch she got from Momo onto the bedside table and took one of the mugs from him. Thank you, Deku. But what took you so long? And why do you have some snow on your shoulders? Ochako asked, taking notice of his long absence and the snow that was currently on his shoulder. Look outside the window. Izuku pointed at her bedroom window. Ochako got up from her bed to look outside the window and she was surprised by what she saw. Outside in the piled up snow was the words written, "Happy birthday to the best girlfriend in the world." Did you do that? Ochako asked, still looking outside, feeling touched. Of course. Izuku stood beside her looking out. You're very sweet. Ochako gave him a small kiss and placed her mug on the bedside table, getting ready for some love from her boyfriend. It's nothing much. It will melt away anyway. Izuku wrapped his arms around her waist and pulled her closer. I still love it, and you didn't have to get me a present for both Christmas and my birthday. One would have been enough. I would have been alright if you were just with me. In fact, Ochako smiled into his eyes. You deserve it. You are amazing and very kind. You'll be a great hero, and I would have gotten you some more stuff if I could have afforded it. Izuku leaned in and gave Ochako a kiss. I know, Deku. And I love that you're really sweet, and can we cuddle please? Ochako asked. You don't even have to ask that. Izuku took a hold of her, laying here down on her bed, and he laid down with her. Ochako laid her head on the pillow and wrapped herself around Izuku, feeling his warmth. Izuku wrapped himself around her using one arm, and he used his other to place a blanket around the pair. I love you, Ochako told him how she felt. I'll love you too. Izuku wasn't used to saying that. Ochako seemed like a pro, but he had trouble despite the fact they've been saying it for about 2 months now. You don't have to be nervous, Deku. I'm not going to bite. Unless you want that, Ochako teased. I'm good. It's hard to be calm when I'm near a beautiful girl like you, Izuku said, turning her a bit red at his words. You flatter me too much, Deku. Ochako loved how he could go from a stuttering mess to making her heart melt. Well, what do you want to do now? Izuku asked her. I just want to lay her. Ochako took her head off the pillow and placed her head against Izuku's chest. Comfortable? Izuku asked. He himself was always comfortable whenever she was around. Yes, I can hear your heartbeat. It sounds wonderful. It makes me feel really safe and loved. Ochako closed her eyes as she listened to the sound of his heart. I'm glad you feel safe. Izuku blushed from her words. The Izuocha couple stayed like this, clinging to one another for a few minutes. Hey Ochako, Izuku spoke. She didn't answer. Ochako, Izuku spoke again. Again she didn't answer. Izuku looked at her and her eyes were shut. He listened carefully and she was snoring, meaning that she had fallen asleep. So cute. Izuku had won his so-called ugly faces because she was just amazing. Izuku himself felt tired and the day was almost over, so he figured that they should call it a day. He put his other arm around his lover, soon joining her in sleeping together. I needed something pure to cleanse my soul from the previous chapter.
Finally, we can relate. Our side by side, this is fate. I knew all along we'd find some way to communicate.